Welcome back to Wake Up America. So the feds are investigating a suspicious hunting stand they found overlooking Air Force One's landing zone right there in Palm Beach near Mar-a-Lago.
Now, Secret Service and the FBI now want to know who installed the perch and, more importantly, why. Joining us now, former Secret Service Special Agent and Homeland Security Advisor Charles Marino, retired FBI Special Agent Scott Duffey. So, Charles, I mean, look, first off, this shows Secret Service advanced teams did their jobs. It worked. But come on, there is no hunting going down in West Palm Beach near the airport.
Yeah, not sure exactly how conducive a busy airport is to successful hunting. So the fact that this deer stand was found on the perimeter of the airport with the direct line of sight is very concerning. And yes, the advanced process did work in this case. The question is this the first time that it was that it went undiscovered or discovered, and how long had it been there previously?
Yeah.
So the investigation will continue. They'll be looking for surveillance footage, cell phone tower pings, everything that they can gather to find out who put this up there. But in the meantime, unpredictability is going to become a very good friend of the Secret Service and the president. He just cannot become a creature of habit. That plane is very hard to hide, and there are other airport options in the area.
Yeah, and everyone knows that he goes home to Mar-a-Lago quite often. And the find prompted Secret Service to have the president, of course, quickly board Air Force One using the short stairs there when he left on Sunday. And we know this came after a weekend of marches protesting President Trump. Scott, how concerning is this stand, this what could be called a sniper's nest, essentially, in this tree?
Yeah, I would say, especially in light of the two past attempts on the life of President Trump, the recent shooting and death of Charlie Kirk, you definitely should be concerned. And so, you know, like my colleague here said, there's no reason to have a deer stand. There's no reason to be hunting in that area. My belief is that it is illegal to have it there in the first place because deer hunting is not allowed with regard so close to an airport, much less in a highway, much less that one where Air Force One is being placed. So there is due diligence here and reason for concern in trying to find who put this there. So Secret Service and FBI can go and find this individual and have a discussion. And perhaps this individual, if he is or she is identified, there is already some sort of past history.
Yeah.
Yeah, Charles, you alluded to something, and obviously I spent my time inside the protective bubble when I was there, and unpredictability is key, but this president is very predictable. You know he's golfing on the weekends. You likely know where. You know where his houses are. That's where he goes. This kind of threat needs for the president to change his activities pretty quickly.
Well, the threat level isn't going away. We know that, especially here domestically and all these other issues that President Trump is involved in. Not all of the people around the country and the world are happy with him right now because he is taking on some strong adversaries, including the cartels. So, you know, this is going to take the cooperation of the president, no doubt, and the president's staff. But as you and I both know, the Secret Service has deployable techniques that help aid that unpredictability and that sleight of hand, if you will. It's okay and necessary to do from time to time. That plane is very hard to hide. It's no different than Trump Tower, in my opinion, especially when you become predictable in going to a certain location on a Friday and leaving on a Sunday. So that needs to change, and there's ways to change it.
Yeah. And before we go, Scott, I'd like to hear from you on how the FBI handles this investigation from here. We know that FBI Director Kash Patel seems to be leaving no stone unturned. You mentioned maybe cell phone pings. You know, where does this go from here?
Yeah, so every available resource is being provided. As our deputy director of the FBI recently said that, you know, there was a team sent there and everything that has been secured, not only what was the actual tree stand, but anything around it. My guess is there are parts of that tree that have been removed and then anything on the ground. All that's being sent to Quantico And the lab is going to go through everything, perhaps fingerprints, DNA, hair, fiber, anything that may be in the system. For example, there's a fingerprint where you get a hit off that somebody's already in the system, or DNA, somebody's already in CODIS. And so things like that to identify who this is.
All right, a lot of work to do. Charles, Scott, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.